that's going to work or not. Maybe too wiggly. Hello, I'm here by myself right now. See if I got all this muted. Now it is. I don't think that's going to work. I think I'm going to have to move that. Let me move it. Let's try it right here. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Denise. Is that better? I had it up on this iron board, and every time I'd move it, wiggle. Well, that light's awful bright behind me. I'm gonna keep moving till I get this right. How are you ladies this afternoon? Goes traffic up the little dirt road. Let me move again. Let me move this stuff. Oh, every place I put it, there's a bright light out the window. Hello, Joy T. Sandra's on her way out the door. Hello, Sandra T. You got some things you have to go do. I don't like much on Cheryl's quilt, so I'm just going to see if y'all wanted to visit with each other while I worked on it. Hello, Brenda. Surely somebody will be my sidekick up here on the panel. Hello, Pansy. How are you this afternoon? Weekends always busy. Yeah, but I'm trying to get one quilt that I got paid for quilting. I'm trying to get it out. That light's still too bright. I may move y'all again. Lisa's moving to her laptop. Lisa's going to come up and chat with us. I hope so. Hello, Mimi. Mimi just did 12 pints of green beans. Yeah, I'm curious what everybody's working on or what they're doing. Sandra is hoping to go see the newest great-granddaughter born on Wednesday. Congratulations on the new great-granddaughter. Mimi, are you not too busy? Can you come up on the panel and read the chat? If I go back over there and quilt? Hello, Mary Webb. Joy's eating. We had our lunch just a few minutes ago, so I'm finished with lunch. Yes, congratulations to Sandra. I still don't like that light behind me. Let's try. Is that better? That might not be so bright. I might go this direction. Mimi says maybe in a little bit she will. And Denise says it's cool in Michigan. Well, it's not as bad as it has been here. We've had a little bit of relief from the heat. We're still needing some rain, Denise. Is that better? I think that's a little bit better. I can't close all the windows off, but part of them I can. Pansy says she's tired, family visit, busy doing meals. I didn't sleep good last night, so I'm kind of tired this afternoon. But I'm going to try to finish one thing anyway. Victoria's saying hello to Joy T. And Joy T says it's stinking hot in North Carolina. There's Lisa. Let me have Lisa. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how are you today?
Good.
Are you gonna?
Is it hot up there?
It's better than what it has been. We've got a little bit of relief from the heat. Still dry, still need rain. Oh, that's a
Yeah,
pretty,
it's bright in here.
there's a pretty quilt there behind you. Wait, or in the mirror? It's in the mirror, isn't it? Is that what, or through
No,
the hall?
that
Through the, hey,
it's in my den. I can walk in there if you want to look closer.
that's pretty though.
It, it's a grandmother's fan,
Okay.
and I'll show you.
Oh, how pretty is that?
Can you see?
And it's got names on it. So
It,
it's, how pretty is
yeah,
that?
it's got all my dad and his brothers and sisters' names.
I'm gonna look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? That's just so pretty and special.
I don't know. Can y'all see it good?
Yeah, I made you big, so that's all we're seeing is it. That's
Okay.
nice. I like that.
Thank you. I did that a long time ago.
And you say you're working on that wedding ring. Oh, you're braver than me. I want to do one so bad, but they're so hard.
Yeah, I can show you what here's what
Okay, they're asking you're
the
not. That's
colors
Lisa.
look like.
That's Lisa. Let me tell them that you can
Uh-oh.
introduce yourself. She's Lisa. Oh, you still there, Lisa? Victoria says that's gorgeous and pretty, and let's see. I saw Gladys. Hello, Gladys. Lisa, you still there? No, I don't think so. Hey, Deb. I know Lisa froze. Hey, Deb. I know Lisa froze. Hey, Pam.
Hello. Great minds think alike. I just went live and saw you come on live, so I
Oh.
went off.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I looked to see if anybody was there, so I thought, okay, I'll go set up. Nobody's live, nobody's doing anything. Got a package in, and then I went to flip to look up on the TV to see things so I could read the comments or whatever, and I see you're live.
Y'all never know when I'm going to be here or not be here. I may disappear for days and then come back. So.
Well, that's me. You're not going to know where I am because I've always got to go take care of my husband or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that was my internet that knocked me off.
Probably because probably maybe because you were walking around showing us that quilt. That might have had something to do with it too. So.
Did y'all get an error message?
No, you just froze up on us. You just froze up.
So what's going on, Rita?
Let's see.
Yeah, and Joy T says, hi Pam, tell us news. So you ladies both tell about yourself because there's some of them I don't think that have met y'all. So.
Well, Lisa, you go first. You were up first.
Okay. Well, I live in Northeast Georgia, around the Gainesville area. Well, let's see.
What do you do?
I don't do much now. I homeschooled my boys, so they're both graduated from college. And my youngest son just got married, and my older son is getting his master's. So I'm kind of in transition. So I've got a lot to do here at the house. You know, put off a lot of painting and redoing and organizing and stuff like that.
Let's not go there.
What I've seen of your house behind you, it's beautiful though.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Wow.
It really needs to be redone because this green is, during certain times of the day, this green is too dark. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I like to sew. I like to paint. I like to refinish furniture. I'm just kind of a crafty kind of person, so that's who I am.
Joy T's asking if you have a channel. Now, I don't know about you, Lisa. I know Pam does, but I'm not sure about Lisa.
No, I don't run a channel yet. I've thought about doing something, but I'm not sure. it
I've been
takes a lot
trying
of
for
time.
a couple years.
I'm gonna take these glasses off there.
Now, it's Pam's turn. I'll hush.
Yeah, I'm from Texas and Weatherford. I've been wanting to quilt most of my life, and finally, when COVID hit, that's when I started. So I'm trying to learn how to use a quilting machine and make more quilts without having to pay somebody else to finish them for me. But yeah, I'm just getting into this. Just now getting some of the equipment I need to do it right, and with the help of some friends that just go on and be themselves, you know, it's helped me to be more relaxed about it, going on with other people. But, you know, you see all these professionals at the beginning and all these people in makeup and dressed up and sceneries behind them and setups and stuff, and it's like, I don't think so.
One of my most popular videos was making dumplings, and I told him my stylist didn't show up, and what stylist? So,
I just saw that one yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that first or if I saw you through Mona. I really don't remember how I found you.
Yeah. A lot of us over a year and a half ago kind of found each other somehow. A bunch of us, I think.
Yeah. I'm not as old as some of the other ones. I mean, been with you.
Yeah.
I'm older than some of them, yes. But, yeah. So one way or other, because, you know, I think there's more of us just coming on and being ourselves and just hanging out.
I'll tell you what
it used to be.
If you wait till everything's perfect, it don't happen.
No.
You don't. If you wait till your house is clean, your dishes are washed, and everything's done, you'll never do nothing. I mean,
No. I took over after when 2020 happened, and I got out the sewing machine and started making masks. I had fabric, so I didn't have to worry about that because I'd go see fabric and go, oh, I like that. I'll buy it and save it for something someday. And I had moved all my sewing stuff out of the laundry room where I was just mending things or making little things. And I'd moved it into the guest bedroom. Never finished setting it up. It just sort of sat there in a pile. Hi, Jackie.
We caught you chewing. She can't talk right now. Her mouth's full. So.
I've got almonds.
Jackie's sort of a neighbor to me. She's probably about within 30 miles of me or something like that.
I'm going to be in Weatherford on Wednesday.
Are you?
Okay.
I'll have to get back with you about that. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I finally just got started in quilting because I never really paid attention to YouTube, didn't know about quilting and looking up masks and sewing masks, and then started making clothes for my grandkids and little summer outfits and stuff. And then all of a sudden, quilting popped up. And I went, okay, because I was too intimidated. You know, a garment maker and a sort of a crafter thing, you know, you're sort of like, oh, that's, you know, way out of your field.
But you know, I would have never made quilts if they hadn't come up with these new 30 years ago, the rotary cutters and the mats and the strip piecing. I would have never made quilts the way my grandma made them.
Yeah, I've got my great grandmother's quilting frame that hang down from the ceiling. I've got that where she used to have that hanging in her ceiling, but it's in storage. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Joey, please asking the name of your channel.
Oh, Craft On and So Forth.
Sometimes I have Craft On and So Forth. I knew that. I was just going to let you tell them, but
I have to be real careful when I say Craft On. Sometimes I say it too fast. It's not right. The other day I went online and I started to say Simply Divine, which was my gift shop that I used to have a while back, and I thought, where'd that come from? Hey, y'all want to see what I got?
Can't come say hello to my friends.
Yeah. Do we hear him washing dishes over to the side?
My husband is washing dishes. Here, this is my older son.
Hi.
Say hey. That's Kent.
I can't.
I can't.
He came to visit. He said hey.
Hello.
I got my earbuds in, so he can't hear you.
Okay.
Well, he can see us wave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jackie needs to tell her story now, where she's from and stuff.
Who?
Jackie,
Jackie.
what's your story, Jackie?
I am in Texas, near Fort Worth, and near Weatherford, where
Yeah.
Mom lives.
Jackie, you quilt too, don't you?
Yeah, I didn't until I found. I mean, I always wanted to, but it seemed like too much trouble. I hated cutting fabric into pieces,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but I tried it and I hated it. Like I said, I would. I just hate the cutting part. So
Yeah.
bought some, excuse me,
Recuts,
some, what do you call it? 5-inch.
charm packs.
Oh, charm pack.
It made my first quilt.
Mhm.
As long as I didn't have to cut it, I liked it.
You know, that's what I did with my sort of first quilt was strip piecing. The lady I found online was doing and I thought, well, I got scraps and I can do that.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it's still, honestly, it's still not finished. It was one of those quilt as you go things. And then I started a little baby blanket just out of my mind of sort of, let's see, okay, I made a pinwheel. Came out perfect, Okay, let's try something else on it. One of these days I'll finish that quilt too.
Well, after we did the sampler, how did you join the sampler last time?
I haven't joined anything. You talk about getting a package.
Here we all did the sampler, a same pattern every week.
Oh no, I didn't.
That took a lot of cutting, but I really liked how it turned out, so I might get brave and do more of that.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
we
started talking about that.
Behind Pam. That's beautiful. Those blocks behind you, Pam.
I need to finish that, but speaking of cutting, I'm actually sort of like, I'm not in the mood to sit and cut pieces right now.
So do you all cut your own pieces, like those pieces, all at one time, what you're going to need, or do you just cut as you go?
Sometimes I just cut as I go, and sometimes I'll cut up, what it says.
Yeah.
This is a project.
Lisa's working on a double wedding ring. She's really getting challenging. She's going to
here's her color.
I mean,
that's going to be something down the line for me.
That's beautiful.
Are you supposed to be showing it? It's the other son that's getting it.
No, this son's not married. My other son, he doesn't even know I'm on here, so it's okay.
Okay,
it's okay. Yeah.
It's a secret. If you see her other son get married, don't tell him. So.
Yeah, this is what I'm working on right now. So it's not major cutting.
That's cute.
That's neat.
This is for my grandson, and his school is kangaroos. So this Aborigine fabric, I'm trying to frame out the kangaroos and just make stripes rather. But yeah, I cut this one off for over a year now, probably getting started on it because I kept saying I really didn't want to cut the fabric up small. And I finally decided just to do a stars and stripe, which is basically framing your main fabric and making stripes around it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his senior year, so I figured I better get it done.
Yeah.
So
with it.
Oh.
So I've got 3 straps done so far. So Joy
T wants to know if we're going to join the Conquering Your Fabric Scraps Summit. I haven't heard of that.
Not me. I might need to, but I'm not going to. So.
Oh. I have a whole closet full of fabric. Well, not the whole closet, but I have a huge trunk in that closet full of fabric. Oh my gosh. One day I need to pull it out and organize it all on bookshelves or something.
Mhm.
But for right now, I've got this quilt that I'm working on, the double wedding ring, and then I have one that I started out of. I started cutting up some men's button-up shirts, and I was making
Yeah.
one for my other son, and I need to pull that out and finish that.
Sure.
Kind of
Cheryl,
have.
yeah, I'm interrupting. Cheryl's being a little smart aleck. She knows what I'm working on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is she kidding?
Oh shoot.
I'm
Yeah, I just
sorry.
haven't
I
really
didn't
been
mean to
into it.
interrupt you, Lisa, but I had to.
That's
Had
okay. That's okay. I like those tops you sent, Cheryl.
Aren't
Were
they
those
pretty?
some that you did, Cheryl, did you put those together, or did somebody else put them together?
I believe she told me somebody gave them to her, and so she sent them here to get them
Oh.
quilted.
Lisa, did you use a certain pattern? All those they look familiar. All your fabric. Was it like a not a charm pack, but by the yard or?
No, I picked the fabrics out at Joann's.
Okay,
Um,
they did look familiar.
Uh,
have I shown it to y'all before?
I
Oh,
haven't seen it, but I have
well,
not.
so I don't think you have.
I did. What I did was when I was researching double wedding ring. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of complicated patterns out there, but I ended up getting the template of Judy Nehemeyer's off Amazon, and I have just been cutting the pieces. Well, okay, this part, the scrappy part, I made myself one of those printed templates that you can just print out on newspaper, and I printed a bunch of them, and I put it together. What do you call it? It's kind of like paper piecing, but not. It's not English paper piecing.
So you were
But
sewing
it's
the
where you stitch it. You sew
sewing
the pieces onto.
newspaper and then cutting
Yeah,
it out.
yeah, and so that's how I did. That's how I did here, like this.
Okay.
So you put one here, stitch it,
Yeah.
iron
I
it,
do
put
that.
another one down, stitch it.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I did the ring parts, and then I've been cutting the
That's still
individual pieces
that's
for the
still a
rest
lot.
of it.
Yeah, I tried that paper piecing and I gave it away.
Yeah.
I had that the antique kite whatever one, and started doing it, and I just found I was wasting so much fabric. I just thought, no, I'm not going to waste all this fabric. And then what little fabric I had wasted off of it, I started making tiny little blocks with it. But anyway,
If y'all want to join that, was it Scrapathon or Scrap Bustin workshop? Joy T put the link on here. It's a YouTube link. No, let's see. That's not it. Where is it? I thought she put it on here.
I'm not going to though. I've got too much other stuff I have to do. So that I have to do. So.
yeah, I got too much stuff I need to do too. I was down at the dumps and made the mistake of clicking on Soya the other night.
Did you buy fabric?
Yes, I did. And it's one of my
Okay.
favorite designers popped up, stuff. And I was like, oh, fig tree. I like
I guess we could just, conquering your fabric scrap summit. So I guess you could just look that up.
Mm-hmm.
I've got enough to do. I've got so many works in progress.
Oh shoot! I don't even know what I'm going to use this for.
What did you
I'll come
buy?
on after a while and I'll show y'all what it is.
Oh, you haven't even opened it yet.
I cut it. That's it. I haven't even looked at it yet. That's what I was fixing to come on and tell people what I got. And then another idea I have to get rid of some of my fabric is I'm going to make up some scraps, either different colors or all on a roll, or the same color, same fabric on a roll. So one or the other. And then I'll figure out how much pieces I got in each roll, and if anybody wants to buy a roll of them, it won't be a whole lot. The fabric came to me rather cheap, and I just really at this point need to clear out a bunch of stuff that's just 1 yard pieces of this and that and whatever that I got at the charity shop when I first started after COVID cleared up, and I started going to the charity shop. So now that I've gotten into buying a little bit better stuff, and I have too many projects going, I thought I just need to clean out some stuff, especially the 1 yard stuff. So anyway, that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing. Or cut it up in 5-inch squares. I don't know. I just don't want to spend a whole lot of time. 1 inch, 2-inch square, 2.5 inch square. Strips are pretty fast because I've got one of those rulers that you just sit there and shape cut or whatever.
And what Joey said, y'all have been talking, so I'm going to mute myself and go finish Cheryl's quilt. Okay. All right.
Well, don't mute us.
Oh shoot.
Linda says she's working on a Kansas City Chiefs quilt. Is that like a t-shirt quilt, Linda? Or is it just the what do you call it? The logos?
The fabric with the logos on it?
And Deb posted the Conquer Your Fabric Scrap Summit website on there.
I'm gonna check into that.
Excuse me.
I did do 2 t-shirt quilts. One of them. Okay, well, I'll start over. My husband he works for State Farm, and he's a manager over some auto claims, like a team of people. So another manager he was working with, she has a son and a daughter, and they played sports and played on these travel teams the whole time they were growing up. So she brought me all their t-shirts and jerseys and everything. And so I did one for the daughter. It was huge. I think it was like full size. Yeah, it was about a full size, almost a queen. So it had all of her volleyball and soccer t-shirts and jerseys on the front, and on the back it was Mississippi State because she's playing soccer at Mississippi State. So then the other t-shirt quilt I did was for her son, and he's playing football with the Air Force Academy. So the back of his was Air Force Academy, and the front was football and basketball jerseys and stuff, a whole collection, from the whole time they were growing up. Those, I think each one took me about 6 months to do each. It was a big project.
They're going to love it, right?
Oh, yeah, they did love it.
I thought I'd pull out some of these fabrics I've got and start cutting them. Give me something to do because I'm not in the frame of mind to sew right now on anything I really need to think about. All right, Lucy, gonna have to get down.
Okay, so Linda, are you doing it kind of scrappy style? Or do you have a specific pattern you're using for that? Linda says she's not doing hers as a t-shirt quilt. So
Lucy, get down.
thanks, Joy T. They did love them. Those were some special Christmas gifts. I enjoyed putting it together because I don't know. There's something about the designing process and, laying things out that I really like about it.
Did you take pictures of it?
I do. I have an Instagram. I have to see. Let me see what my Instagram is. There's pictures on there. Let's see. It is. Here it is. I'll put my Instagram in here. Leslie. There's my Instagram, and y'all can go on there. There's pictures. Let's see. There's a reel. I made a reel for the Mississippi State one. I'm not seeing. Hold on. I didn't upload the second one yet. I'll have to do that tonight because there's a lot of photos of that one.
Excuse me. I tell you, I dream so vivid at night sometimes that I'm worn out by the time I get up.
I know. I laid down and took a nap this afternoon, and for a while there, it was like I couldn't tell if I was trying to wake up or trying to stay asleep. Kind of halfway in between.
Yeah, I get up in the morning and let the dog out, take her outside, and let her do her business, and then get back in bed. Because it takes so long for me to get to sleep at night.
Me too.
And I just changed insurance companies. So I'm out of some stuff that I need to get changed over to the new insurance company. Nothing really vital.
Jackie, do you have a dog, Jackie?
I'm out of pets right now.
She got a pet armadillo or possum or whatever it is.
Possum.
Possum.
Oh.
No, it wasn't a pet. He was just here every single night because I left scraps out for him because I want the possums around. They eat snakes. So
yeah, they just did a thing on YouTube the other day about quit feeding wild animals.
Yeah, that's why I quit feeding the fox.
Yeah, because they're having to be euthanized because they're coming in.
Well, and people shoot them because they get used to seeing people, and people start killing them, even opossums. And so I stopped leaving food out.
Yeah. Yeah, they were showing where people were feeding bears and other stuff, and it got to where a polar bear came into a resident area.
It's our motherly instinct to feed something that might be hungry.
Yeah.
But I can't do it anymore when I see how many people are killing them because they're in their yard.
Yeah.
And
possums are very misunderstood.
They are. They really are. They're not even mean.
They look vicious.
Yeah, they show their teeth, but I don't think they ever use them.
Yeah. I actually killed a couple whenever I lived in the country and had they'd get into my chicken coop.
Yeah.
And I went out there one night, heard the chickens going on and the dog barking, and my mother went with me. And it was sort of an uphill in the sand because our place was real sandy. Got up there with a flashlight and there was dead chickens everywhere inside the chicken coop.
Oh,
And what? Well, hold on. And then there was this possum standing up in like what? You know, in the egg box, nest box. So I left my mom up there in the dark, and I went back down to get the 22. Came back, and my mom goes, "I can't believe you left me in the dark." I mean, it's a pretty good distance down to the house. Anyway, I came back with that 22, and I had put the flashlight underneath it and shot it. And then I remembered the horse barn is behind, the chicken coop, and I ran around there right quick to make sure there was no horses in the barn. But anyway, I went to pick up the chickens. I thought they were dead, and all of a sudden they started waking up. Chickens will literally faint if they get scared.
really?
So they will just conk. I mean, the chickens were everywhere.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I know that the opossums will also eat all your eggs.
Yeah, they eat the eggs, and skunks are really bad, and raccoons eat the head off of the chickens and leave the chicken. And I guess the chickens got scared in the barn and just passed out and fainted.
I'll be right back. I'm going to change out my glasses because these are like near far glasses.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going through some of my fabrics and starting to cut them up into strips, and I'll make some bundles. These are like top quality quilting fabrics. And I would make little girls' dresses out of them, but they're too see-through for little girls' dresses.
Yeah.
I've got this one I made the other day on the last Sunday of the month. That was with Becca's Zoom that she has. So Becca have a Zoom every month at the end of the month.
That's cute.
So I made that one, and I've got some more ready to ship. But like I said, these fabrics there's not enough to make a bigger girls. I mean, they'll make a baby. Hold on a second. Lucy, quit trying to tear up your bed, please. You've got toys. Play with your toys. I wanted a grown dog so bad, and I ended up having to get a puppy. So I'm having to go through all the puppy stages. I just got through sewing up the hose of the eyes of the animal that she's playing with, the stuffed animal. She had a while ago, and there was stuffing everywhere.
Uh-oh. What do you do when you get the fabric for a dress and it is too thin? Do you just not use it and find something else?
Yeah, if I go shopping for the fabric, I make sure it's dark fabrics. But like I said, whenever I started shopping at the charity shop after COVID, I got a lot of fabric that people had donated. Like this one was a 2-yard strip.
Oh, wow.
But it's too see-through for a dress.
So you don't double it. You just change the fabric.
Well, right now what I'm doing on this stuff is I'm cutting it up in strips, and I decided if I don't use it in a strip project, I'm just going to make some rolls of either mixed fabric, jelly rolls, or the same color. And then I'll see how many pieces are in there and see if I can't sell some of them. Because I got one here that's the green ones I had cut up for an Irish chain because I want to do a green Irish chain one day. But like this one here has all sorts of different colors, and it's all this way. Get it around there. Where are you?
Are they kind of jewel tones?
They're, I don't want to say jewel tones, but some are black. It's just tiny flowers.
Oh, okay.
So that, these were all, dang it, I got to remember where the light is. So these are just, some fabrics I had collected that had tiny flowers. I need to put an arrow sticker where the camera is so I know where it's at. But this would make a good quilt, sort of a country looking quilt to me. But whenever I start cutting up small stuff, I don't like cutting up a big print into tiny things because then you lose the whole idea of whatever the print is. But when it's got a tiny print on it, this one's like got 28 pieces in there. of various colors. But they're all tiny, little, just tiny flowers. Sort of like this one here, what this bow was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the small prints.
Yeah.
I
They
do.
And
seem,
this,
to me, they seem easier to work with.
and see this green? It's sort of one of those colors that it's in a row. The pattern's in
Oh,
a
yeah, I
row.
like that.
So I didn't want to make it too big a piece because then you got to make sure it's when you cut
Yeah.
it, it's always going to be even.
Hmm.
And this one again has the stripes.
Oh, that's pretty.
So I thought those do better.
I could sit and look at fabric all day.
Yeah. I mean, they're
I
like
don't know why.
Brother, sister, and these are probably older fabrics. You know, where I don't know if they were made for smaller shops or what they were made for. This one doesn't even say who or what. But if you're not
Yeah,
looking to make
one day. Go
if you're
ahead.
not looking to make a generational quilt that's going to last generations, you know, it's good for that. Or if you're a beginner like I was when I started buying this stuff, I wasn't going to put, you know, $14 of fabric for me to start learning on a yard. Lucy, will you please quit tearing up at your bed and just sit on it? She
I
likes
miss
to
my
tear
dog.
anything that'll tear paper, tissues, stuffed animals. I don't know what it is. Is it an animal instinct or what to gut something?
I told myself never ever a puppy again. I'm too old for their energy.
Well, I couldn't find a small dog that was grown because everybody at the rescue organizations come in there a
Yes,
couple times a week and take all the little dogs out, and then they charge you high dollar for them. For
right.
them, they're
Oh.
rescuing the little dogs so that they're not used for bait dogs, and the little dogs don't do well with all the barking and carrying on in a kennel.
Hmm.
And because I went there one day to look at several dogs, and there was a lady in there already going to pick up a Shih Tzu that had planned on looking at, and then there was a beagle weenie dog that was funny looking as heck. Not beagle, basset hound, and weenie dog, and it was already gone. So yeah, the last dog I got was nearly 12 years ago, 11, 12 years ago. And he was maybe close to 2 or something like that, they guessed. Already housebroke, already crate trained and everything else. And we lost him in April. He just was so old and deaf, and he was running into walls and everything, and blind, cataracts. And then he lost an eye. But this time I ended up finding somebody with puppies. And they're supposed to be dad pug, mom tweenie. So I thought, great, small. I'm waiting for this thing to quit growing. She's already about 13, 14 pounds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
I've been looking for a small dog for years. Like you said, they're the first to go. People just want small dogs without paying big prices. And when you find one, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't mind. I know that they spay the animals and everything else and stuff. But then they want vet history to make sure you heartwormed them and you did this and this and this. And then they come to your home and inspect your home and everything. And I'm thinking, no, thank you.
I'll go to the Humane Society or I'll go to the shelter.
Well, that's what they do. They go rescue them from the shelter and stuff, and then they do all these things. You know, the lady was there and she goes, you know, in front of everybody, she was going like, well, anybody with a driver's license and over 18 can just come in here and get dogs, you know, and then you don't know what they're going to do with them. Well, my last 3 or 4 dogs have come from the same shelter. And that's going back really far, back in the 90s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
have all been shelter dogs.
All my pets have been rescues. Even my current cat, she was just wandering around the neighborhood and trying to play with one of my neighbor's dogs. I was leaving the house, driving down the road, and one of my neighbors, she's got a dog that's, y'all would think this dog's crazy. It's a pretty strong dog, but that dog gets excited and it literally starts flipping on the leash, flipping around, and he'll jump up on you and everything. So this cat, I'm driving down the road and I see her trying to hold her dog, and this little kitten is sitting there trying to play with her dog and not realizing that dog could kill her.
Yeah.
So I pulled over and I'm like, "Do you know whose cat that is?" And she said, "Oh yeah, it belongs to this house down on the cul-de-sac." So I went down there and no, it wasn't theirs. And I knocked on doors for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days all around our neighborhood. Nobody claimed it. So she's mine.
Yeah.
I'm tired of my ruler sliding, so I have that grippy stuff. And I just spray the outside edges.
Oh.
I didn't know you could spray it on the ruler.
Yeah, you spray it. I just sprayed it around the edges. I didn't go on the center. And on this
It
one,
doesn't leave a residue.
And I went around and just sprayed dots on this one, so you can sort of see the dots everywhere.
Huh. What's it called?
Grippy, non-slip. And it only takes a little bit for it to dry, and you're done with it.
Well, that's a good idea.
With this thing shifting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one was the first one I did, and I sprayed the whole darn thing. So, and I thought,
Hey,
I don't
Jane.
need to do that. I just need the spots on it, So that's what I started doing, is just spraying spots or edges.
Y'all say hey to Jane. She's in chat.
Hi, Jane.
Jane, are you working on something?
Oh, my whole house needs a deep spring, summer, and fall, winter cleaning. I keep saying we're going to move soon, so I can just do it all then. Just, my daughter works for a company that they go in and do move out cleans. So
that's
if
nice.
you're selling your house, you can make arrangements between, closing or whatever they'll come in there and clean it all up for you.
That's a good idea. That's good business.
Also, yeah, they do Airbnb. They do all sorts of cleaning and offices and just regular houses and stuff too on a regular basis. See, it's already dry, so I can use it.
Oh. Hey, Jane, if you look back in chat, Joy T posted a scrap busting website. Let me go back to it. It's called the Conquer Your Fabric Scrap Summit. And it's got like 21 designers that are going to be there for a few days. And you can go to it online. So they'll give you ideas on how to bust your stash.
Yeah, this is my idea right now, just to get it ready if I'm going to keep it. Sometimes I've got some in here that are cut in 10-inch strips. So that way you could cut them down if you wanted to into 2.5, 5-inch or whatever. So, and they were the ones that are actually on this other little roll.
So Jane, your Roomba's doing your vacuuming for you. I need one of those. I saw the kind that does the mopping too, but my floors, can't use I have that old laminate that's real thin. It's not sealed, so can't use those steam mop things, or else I'd get one of those because I hate mopping. Mm.
We're quite a bunch today, aren't we? Oh,
So Jane says she uses something called Metapore medical tape on her rulers to keep them from sliding.
yeah, I've tried different stuff, but this works really, really good. I've tried medical tape, and I've tried this one here actually has some little circle things on it that I picked up somewhere, and it still slid. So I went over those, and then I just made more dots. Then somewhere else from some other company, I tried some of their stuff. Did I already cut anything? Yep, I did. This will make a pretty little baby quilt.
I'm reposting what Deb S. posted in there for that summit. Oh shoot, hold on. It's not going through.
Get rid of all your scraps, you'll just get some more though.
Yeah.
Let me try again.
You have to replace them.
Hi, Susan.
Got one more strip in here. I think I can get. Yep, one more. And that leaves me with a scrap, which isn't worth really messing with on all of it. Just cut the skinny part off. Should have left that on there.
All right, I'm going to try and post it again. See if it'll paste.
Here's the next one.
No. Do I need to do something special to post a website because it's not letting me?
I had no idea.
In the comments. I tried to post the link again, but it's not. I'm going to have to just type it out.
See, like this one here was made in Japan.
Try that one.
Four Sun Collection. So I don't know if it was meant for quilting or what.
Oh, Jackie did it. Thanks, Jackie.
You're welcome. I was trying to look at it, but you really need to.
So, maybe you have to have it. Maybe you have to have a wrench in order to paste a website.
And I don't think I've ever gave you a wrench just because I hadn't. So no reason.
Well, that's okay. I don't even know how to do it. So.
I think vintage fabrics are my favorite, Susan.
Yes.
In fact, I've got a quilt started in it.
I don't even want to cut them up. I just like looking at them.
No.
I've got to make room. I've just got too much stuff, and I figured some of the stuff, it'll be easy if it's cut up, like whatever I keep. That if I just want to make I can always cut that up in smaller pieces, a little bit smaller if I wanted something skinny, or just do like this one here. Oh, I fell down. This is sort of like a jelly roll race. But what I did is I did it on the quilting machine. I'd lay a piece down, sew across, iron it, and flip it over while it was on the quilting machine.
Yeah.
So if I want to do something like that, Every once in a while, my cat lets me sit in my chair. But speaking of,
Okay, so Susan's saying she's got feed sacks from the 1940s. You know,
Oh,
that reminds me, I grew up in the 80s, and do y'all remember the little jumper dresses they used to make out of the reproduction feed sacks? I remember wearing those in elementary school.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of it.
I used to make my daughter's clothes for school. Matter of fact, I was sewing and listening to the radio when the Challenger went down in '86. Because
I remember
we had moved
that.
out, we moved out in the country and it didn't have cable or anything out there. So I thought, great, I got the kids out of town. I said, there's 200 something acres here. Go explore. We have horses and stuff, and there really wasn't, when we moved there, it was during March. So and there was really no kids close by, but I wanted them to learn to play with each other and not watch TV all the time. And so we didn't have a TV set up. We lived there for a year. And I was listening to the Challenger while I was making school clothes.
That's how I started sewing. I had two grandmothers that taught me how to sew, making clothes. And when I was in high school, I was in a sewing class, and we did a fashion show that year. We just happened to have a lot of good, girls that were really interested in design. So that was fun.
All right, come here and say
So
hello.
that's how I started.
My little dog is getting heavy.
Oh, how cute.
Look around.
Now, this a rescue, Pam?
Yes.
What's her name?
The half pug and half Chiweenie. Look at this thing.
Oh.
Well, where'd the rough coat come from?
I don't know if it came from the weenie dog side of the family or something. I have no idea. When I saw him, I said, "Where'd the hair come from?"
It's kind of like a wire hair texture.
She is a wire hair, but this up here is silky and fluffy, and that's all she's got. But she's got white and orange and cream colored hair. And she's on her first cycle right now because with my husband, I missed getting her spayed. I kept waiting for the Texas Coalition to call me back to schedule a cheap spay. And as soon as I told them that she was half pug, they were like, "Oh, we can't do that. You'll have to take her to a vet." And I tried to explain she does not have a squishy face like a pug, which you have to be more careful with them because of anesthesia and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I just haven't had time to take her over there to get a rabies shot and say, "Hey, look at her. You think you can do her?" Right now, she needs her nails cut. And boy, let me tell you, she does not like that. You think you were cutting her toes off.
Yeah, my dog never liked me doing it, but I could take her down the street to my neighbor who grooms, and she'd stay perfectly still and let her do it.
Well, when they knock her out to spay her in 2 weeks, I'm going to say cut them nails as short as you can get them. Because that may be the only way to get it done. I did them when she was little. And I even bought a new set of clippers so that they were really sharp. But we used to have one, the last one, well, the one before that we got from the pound that me and my daughter sort of shared. You would pull out the nail cutters and he'd start screaming and crying. You didn't even have to get near the dog. You just showed him what you had in your hand. And my daughter I had a gift shop that was part video rental and stuff. And in the back, she had her grooming. And you could hear him screaming and they'd go, "What is she doing to him?" I said, "Well, number one, she probably just pulled out the clippers to show him that she's going to get his toenails cut. Or she's actually cutting them." But yeah, he thought you were going to kill him with those things.
I thought most did.
Yeah, she had some problem with some of them. Some of them you don't. I like the thing where it shows the guy who puts the shrink wrap around his head, you know, and puts peanut butter all over the top of it so we can cut the dog's toenails.
Oh, I saw that. I'm not going to try that.
Oh, shoot. But see, my skin tears really, really easy, and it doesn't take. I'll run into the door frame, or where, you know, like the screen door latches, the part that stays on the door, I'll run into that. She's tore my arm several times. I got a heart-shaped tear where she tore it, and the skin came off that I couldn't get the skin to seal back down again. So I just have to be extremely careful with her. Well, darn it. I must have a nick in my blade now for some reason. All right. Got one more on this one to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to like doing this to everything. Some of it I might cut up 5 inches and some of it I may not. But this will get some of these. Because most of that stuff at the charity shop, they cut it. If they got enough of it, they cut it into 1 yard strips so they can get more money. And then occasionally you might find a 2 yard, but it could be 1.5 yards or 1.75 yards or something like that. They used to sell it for $2 a yard, and then they went up on it to $3 a yard. And I thought, you know, I can really go to Hobby Lobby or something and really pick out something I like when they have their 40% off week, and pay, you know, a little bit more than $3 a yard and actually pick up something. But at the time, I was just, when I got this, like I said, I was just learning, and really didn't have the money. This one says MM Fab Incorporated, so I don't know who that was back then. Some of these actually have the date on them. So they were cut in the 90s and 80s. Whoops. So that's what this one looks like here, little flowers.
Oh, yeah.
So let me get a clean cut on this. I had ironed these before I put them up when I did them on the board. And put them on here pretty straight and even, so I just have to take them off the board and cut them. I only had them folded up at the beginning, and then I started watching Becca, and she was doing this card stock thing, or comic book stock card, and I thought, oh great, I'll pull mine out and get that done too. It took me months and months to get everything done and back in the cabinet.
Joy is asking you a question, Pam.
Yes, I did see her, Ruby. She had it on her last Zoom, monthly Zoom that we do for the VIPs. Yeah, she put Bubba away for a while, her Juki. One of these days, when we get moved and I get everything straightened up, I've already decided I'm going to look for a house if it doesn't have a designated room for sewing, but you can add on to it. Even if it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I can still add on a room, I will add on like a 4 seasons room where I can sit and just look out in the backyard and sew. But that's my
That
thought.
would be nice. That would be really nice to have lots of windows to look out.
Yeah. Now I can't have a house. I've seen some people that have those buildings they bring in. If it doesn't have a bathroom in there, forget it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be that far from the bathroom in the winter.
I'm waiting for my younger son to get the rest of his stuff out of his room, and then I'm taking over.
Yeah. Well, that's what I started to say earlier after COVID and everything, and started doing the mess and stuff. I thought, I've got a whole room. Actually, I don't know if when they built the house, it was going to be a garage, and then they closed it in. It was built in 82. But this would have been the designated garage for one car. And anyway, I had all my grandkids' toys were in here. Well, most of my grandkids moved away and didn't come anymore. And I thought, well, that room's just sitting there with, nobody playing it in anymore. So I went through the toys and told the mothers, and I said, whatever you want, get it, because the rest of it's going to get donated. And that's when I started moving in here. My husband had set up a desk for, he was doing the census in 2020, tried doing the census during the COVID. That's hard. And he was ahead of a lot of people over a lot of territory. So I had got a desk in here to sew on and stuff, and he ended up taking it over for that. And then once the census were over, he was out of here. And it's grown and grown and grown with either different pieces of furniture that I have picked up at Goodwill or charity shops or set out on the edge of the road, and a quilting machine. So it's pretty full in here now.
Bye, Denise.
Bye, Denise.
I'm not used to wearing my reading glasses when I'm sewing, so I'm like doing this.
I don't wear glasses all the time, but I do need them to read. And I've got starting probably at 200, 250, 300. And whatever mood my eyes are in or whatever I'm working on. Whoops. That's the project I'm working on. I have to get those glasses for that. I have diabetes, and some days my eyes are better than other days. I just canceled an eye appointment that I had set 6 months ago before my husband had a stroke. And I had 2 appointments this month come up for different things, and I had to cancel them because I had to deal with him. And there's always got to be somebody here at the house with him. Matter of fact, me and my grandson, within weeks of each other, both got court duty. What do you call them? Jury duty things.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to fill those out and say that we're taking care of somebody. Because to get him up and down out of bed and in the chair and change him and stuff, it takes 2 people. Yeah, this one's not going to quite make a 2. It's a little off. But I'll put it aside. That's what I got left of that one. Let's see, now blues. I got Flirty blue. This one I'm debating whether to cut it up or not. I'm not sure yet. It's pretty dark. And then this one here. Again, it's got lines, unless you cut it just right. Anything too big, you got to make sure it's even. And oh, I know what I was going to ask you, Jackie. You said you were going to be in town on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
What time?
I have a doctor appointment at 10:30,
Okay.
and that it's near, where all the new doctor's offices are being built off of Santa Fe.
Yeah, Hilltop area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right off of Hilltop.
Okay.
So 10:30.
Hey, Teresa.
Yeah, I used to go to PT therapy over there in those offices.
I'm sorry to hear that, Jane.
It's a lot, a lot of work, Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband, his left side doesn't work. We had him in therapy, and then when he got out of therapy, he got really sick due to some antibiotics they had given him. It caused what's called a hairy tongue. It's sort of like thrush. And he stopped eating for over a month and a half. I had taken him to the emergency room. They said, well, they couldn't see anything wrong. They did a urinalysis and blood work, and they couldn't see any reason to keep him, just, because he wasn't eating and losing weight. They gave him 1 liter of water, whatever, fluids, and then sent him home. Well, they were going to try to put him in care to get some therapy and stuff again, and the insurance company wouldn't do it. So he came home and didn't eat again for a few more weeks. And then finally, I said, that's it. We got to go back to the ER again. If we keep going enough, they'll take care of him. Well, that time I called the ambulance to take him in because he was too weak to try to get him in the car. It's hard enough when he feels good.
Right.
And they already had fluids started on him by the time they left the driveway. And he was in the hospital for 7 days on fluids for electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, and some other stuff, plus the medicine to cure his mouth problem. Because what it did, it just made food taste, just imagine as horrible as food could taste. And, you just couldn't even put it in your mouth.
If you ever need a good electrolyte supplement, I get it's called Relight from Redmond's on Amazon.
Yeah.
I'll put it in that is a really good
I sell for a company called
supplement.
Core V, and they have electrolyte. The problem is I just couldn't get him to drink. I couldn't even get him to drink water. That one left me with a 2-inch square. So there's some blue done. Let me see what else I got. Well, I can't lean over. I'm just going to have to get closer. So that bundle I told you that I showed, I left 10-inch strips with the fabric.
Oh.
So I wasn't sure if I was going to sell it that way. Blue. Little tiny.
So you're going to sell the fabrics, or what are you selling?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking on doing, is selling these up so I can just get them out of my way. And if I don't sell them, I'll just eventually use them. But that's what this roll is. The roll I was telling you about here, that's 2 inches of these.
Oh, okay. So are you selling them on Etsy or something?
No.
I'm sorry, my words are running together.
No, I'm just going to say, if somebody wants something, I'll let you know what they are and just sort of figure it out that way.
I would buy some, but I've got so much I've got to work through.
Oh, yeah.
I've been donating. I've had a big clean out because it was just, I can't even walk in the room anymore.
Right. Well, I got this pantry is full.
Oh, I've got 2.
See this pantry?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's not include what's in boxes and drawers and stuff. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if you saw that one or not.
Well, a lot of it was given to me back when COVID was around and I was making masks for everybody.
Yeah.
So people were just bringing me stuff you can't even use. I mean, they just wanted to clean out their mess. So they
Yeah.
brought it to me.
Well, these. What you need?
Bridgewater.
Yeah, this one's called VIP Print. Cranson's Print Works Company. Some of these say brother sister on them. A lot of these say VIP on these smaller prints. But there's some really pretty colors in here that if you want to.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, the last one. Anyway. So I figured at the time I cut those strips off, I thought I'm going to just leave these bigger.
Do you know if Michael's is selling fabric now? Because I saw an ad.
Yeah, they're selling fabric.
I
I know they are here.
I'm not real impressed with it because it's just a repeat of the cheaper end at Joann's. At least at my Michael's.
Yeah, well, like I say, you know, when you're just starting and start just learning, and you're on a budget.
Yeah, it's good for crafting and
Yeah.
learning and that kind of stuff. But
So not quilting fabric.
well, it is. But I mean that,
It just
and they
depends
have a
on how long you want
mix.
the quilt to last.
Yeah. Of course, I'm not a fabric snob at all. This fabric right here, it's not the best. You can kind of see through it a little bit. It's kind of thin, but I bought it because I really like the print, and then I found the dark gray in the same print, so I have the white and the gray in the double wedding ring. But I mean, I really don't. In the past, I've never spent a whole lot of money on fabrics, but I think going forward, as I start doing some, to pass down,
Right.
I'll probably
It
go
just depends on what you're
with the
making.
nicer stuff. Right. Yeah.
If I go with the nicer stuff, I just know it's on sale or cheaper than the average quilt shop. And the stuff
Like
that I'm
that,
going to show at the wall is Fig
let's
Tree
see.
from Moda.
This one right here, the grandmother's fan quilt.
Yeah.
I bought that fabric at a Hancock's. Oh my gosh. Probably about 23 years ago.
Yeah.
And that fabric wasn't, real expensive either, but it's lasted.
Now some of this stuff here feels really good and everything. I mean, it's not like your top, $14, $15 whatever fabrics.
Hey, Mary.
Joy, I like Joann and Hobby Lobby about the same. They have some really good fabric.
Now, Hobby Lobby has been getting in some better fabric, what I would consider more quilting fabric.
Mm-hmm.
That feels really nice to the touch, and it's got a heavier weight to it.
Well, that's where the green and the pink on here, that pink, it's kind of a blush color.
Right.
And then this is actually like a sage with the little flowers.
Right. Yeah.
Those came from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. So that's quite a bit in there.
Wow.
But like I said, I just need to make space.
Hey, is Cheryl still in here? Because I'm done.
How are you?
Oh,
Cheryl, are you in here?
I haven't seen her.
Okay, she might have. Because
Who are you looking for, Cheryl?
I'm fixing to take
she
her.
was.
Yeah, she was.
Still here.
Cheryl Cruz. Kruse.
I think she's
She's
here.
got to go. She said, "Got to go. I've enjoyed listening. I have to have a good afternoon. Tell Rita bye for me."
Okay. So Cheryl left. All right. I'm fixing to take her quilt off then.
Joy T. I miss Hancock's too, but I saw how Hancock started going out of business, and now Joann's is kind of going the same direction.
Well,
I
actually,
hate to
I
see
went
that.
to Joann's, and Joanne said didn't go out of business. They regrouped.
No.
They're now an LLC, and I guess the stores that weren't doing any good at all, they did close. Because I went over there, when I went to visit my husband when he was in rehab over in City View area. And I went in there buying good, get this. Well, it's on sale for 50% off or better. And she goes, no, we're not going out of business. We just regrouped. We're instead of private owned now, we're an LLC.
They're doing some restructuring, and the CFO, he stepped down. I saw that.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've got a long way to go, because down at the store level, while I was working there, I have a retail background, so I could tell just from the operations and everything that, I mean, they've got a lot of work to do at the store level for their people.
Yeah.
Human resource wise, and teaching store managers how to hold on to their
Oh, crud.
part-time help.
I need to get my surgery out of the way so I can open up the door more.
Hey, Randy. Randy's in here.
Hey, Randy.
Hello, Randy.
Where are you, Randy? Are you still driving? You should be in Florida by now, shouldn't you?
Hope he's not held up in traffic.
Mm-hmm. You just well come up and tell them where are you at, Randy. It's easier to talk than it is to type sometimes, ain't it?
I have family that live down in Valdosta, and it is humid down there right now.
He's home.
Hot and humid.
Randy, are you gonna sew for us tonight? If I did a live tonight, he's gonna sew for us.
I'm trying to decide whether to cut this one up or not. I've got 2.5 yards of it. That one there.
Does Randy sew?
He was going to. He was going to go live with us and sew with us. But he had to get home to get his sewing machine, and he just said he was home.
Oh.
He was really going to sew with us?
Really?
I love that.
Randy, come up and tell them so they'll know I'm not lying. So.
Yeah, you can see through that too easily for a dress.
You know what I need to do is figure out a way to set up a place, say like out on my deck, where I can hang a full-size quilt and take a big picture of it.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's hard to take pictures when it's laying down.
Yeah, I usually wait until both my grandsons are here.
Randy's having fried green tomato. Goodness, I love that. Cooking fried green tomatoes, sewing. I mean, that's a good man right there.
Ooh. I haven't had fried green tomatoes in ages.
Me either, but I sure love them if I could get some.
My husband went on the carnivore diet, so I've been trying to do that, and it's not easy.
There's not any kind of diet that's easy.
Yeah.
I know. I like my chocolate peanut butter.
I'm on Ozempic and still having trouble losing weight.
Oh.
Cransvillecompany.com.
Well, I do know that, let's see, there was about a 3-week period that I got real strict and I stuck to it and I cut out all my sugar. And I tell you what, I was sleeping so much better. I felt better during the day. My insides felt better. So, there's really something to it. It really does help. And I wasn't hungry. I didn't feel hungry as often either. Like I was down to eating, I would eat like twice a day. And if you eat, your beef and a mixture of fats, then your body's burning the fats instead.
This one quilted up pretty.
Oh, that looks so good.
I can't wait until I can get my quilting machine
Back of it.
together.
So it's pretty. Cheryl missed it. She'll have to go back and watch it.
Rita, did that take you 2 days to quilt or just 1 day?
I started it yesterday afternoon. I worked on it some this morning and some this afternoon. So maybe a day. Not a whole day, but
I hope you're learning.
That long arm saves a lot of time.
yes.
I've got to get over there and start practicing again. Now that I've got those templates and stuff to work on.
Jane says that's all hand and not computer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Not computer.
It's pantographs.
Yeah.
So it's edged
Okay, I
out.
see.
Is what they call it. But
You just follow the little light down the thing. And it's not as easy as it sounds either.
I know it
They
would
say
be for me.
those lines are just a suggestion, but
I can follow it pretty smoothly, but there was a quilt my sister, I helped her make for her granddaughter, and I was going to let her help quilt it, and she'd follow it, and if the light got off the pantograph, she'd jerk it back over. So so that's not smooth. You just gotta go with the flow. You can't jerk
if you
it
miss
back.
the line, if you miss
No.
the line, just
So I told her, said, you quit. This quilt's gonna look awful if you keep working on it. So,
you put all that work into a quilt top. You don't want the quilting to look too bad.
yeah.
That's why
I guess there's
some of this fabric I was talking about that's not really attractive or very thick. I've got it on the quilting machine, made up as a sandwich just for practicing. I sewed where I had enough fabric, I just cut it in half and sewed it, make it wider. All right, you're rolled under. Quit rolling under. Lucy, what are you chewing on now? The other day, she was behind the quilting machine. I thought, she's back there into something. She had found some polyester batting that was rolled up. She was just sitting there plucking it.
Make a mess.
Oh, she does.
So hello to in quilt fact, Debbie. Hello, Debbie. Are y'all talking about fried red tomatoes? I've never heard of fried red tomatoes.
I haven't either.
It seems like the red tomatoes wouldn't stay together.
I wouldn't think so.
You ever had fried eggplant?
Yeah, I tried doing that, but it came out a little too soggy.
Yeah, I was going to say I probably tried it, but I probably didn't like it because I never did it again. So
I loved it, but like you said, if you got to learn how to not make it soggy.
Yeah, my sister can make some good eggplant parmesan, but I'm just not motivated to do it.
You really got to know how to make that batter and get everything to stick on there and have the grease hot enough and deep enough.
I love the flavor.
Hey, Debbie.
Turned out pretty.
In quilt.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Eggplant.
I'll have to look you up, Debbie.
I think Jane likes the Parmesan.
I think so too. Yeah. Really low.
I was going to say the fried eggplant tastes a little bit like the fried green tomatoes to me.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't know what Deb's talking
13.
about. Just a little, and it's really a low sound.
Hmm.
And I've not been hearing a word y'all been talking about with their quilting, so I'm behind on everything over here.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we haven't actually.
And that machine's going I don't hear things, so
You need to put in the ear thing, ear pods, whatever.
oh
Yeah,
well.
there's like I think my camera froze up.
I think it did too, because you're not moving.
What I don't know what to do. How do you
Maybe it'll move in a minute. We still hear you.
Sometimes we have to leave and come back in.
I mean, at least you didn't stick in a funny position with a funny face.
Yes,
That happens. Go
it
ahead.
happens.
Huh. All right, I'm just gonna have to go back out and come back in.
Okay.
I did say 13 on here, didn't I, ladies? Oh, there's bundle.
Okay, there we go.
You come right back yourself. Yeah. I didn't
Yeah,
even
something happened.
Yeah.
I must have touched something on my keyboard here that froze it up.
13, 5, 2.5.
Oh my goodness. I know it seemed like as my dog got older and older this last year, I was constantly taking her to the vet. I miss her, but it was expensive.
Sometimes you have to decide. And you don't want to.
Well, I had to finally make that decision to let her go because I could tell she was in a lot of pain. She had problems with her hips and she had an old shoulder injury that was giving her problems. I didn't want her to be in pain.
No.
So
Vets cost about as much as a human doctor.
yeah.
I took out pet insurance for $28 a month. I thought it was worth it, and in the end, it was very much worth it.
Well, we've got 3 cats too.
You
One
lost
of them came up to the house.
ago, didn't you, Jackie?
Pardon?
You lost your cat here just a few months ago, wasn't it?
Months ago, yes, and I'm still not used to it. I want my baby back.
10.
I feel like these days, it doesn't matter what time of year it is, I still have sinus issues. I take Zyrtec all the time.
Lucy, what are you chewing on?
Tried
dog?
everything.
What are you chewing on?
I got one more here to do, but I'm tired.
That's hard on my back. It really,
But I would
really is.
I would like to get it pinned in, maybe not quilted, but at least get it ready to go.
One of these days I'm going to get a computer on mine. And then I got to figure out how to use the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy, I got to go see what you were chewing on. That's going to drive me crazy here.
This one's a big one too, 92 by 108, so it's big.
I think that's why you see a lot of young dogs at the pound is because people give up on them for tearing up stuff or whatever.
Yeah, but we give them a good life while they're with us.
Yeah, I got a sympathy card from my church and the vet, and both of them said the same thing, that we were lucky we found each other.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got one too for Jack.
They gave me his paw print and his nose print.
Aww.
Yeah, my vet did that. They took an ink pad and gave me her paw print. Yeah.
I don't know. He was so much more like a dog. He'd growl. If he heard the driveway alarm go out, he'd sit up and start growling.
All right, what did I just do with that piece I wrote?
Now I want somebody to talk about eggplant. I need to get some now. I want to go to the store.
Well, I know I wrote that down. But where did I put it? All right, just make me another note. $10 pieces.
We found a guy. He's actually a pastor to a church, and he lives kind of out in a rural area outside Gainesville. And so when we had my Katie bug put down, the vet put her in a box and put her in the back car for us, and we took her out to this guy's house, and he had 4 what do you call them, the cremation oven type setups.
Right.
So there's a lot of people have their pets cremated now.
Yeah. I've seen a thing where you can cremate horses. They were talking about secretary and what some people do with famous horses and stuff like that. He's buried there at the ranch. And some person requested to have their ashes put on his grave, and they just said no. Yeah, they want like $80 to cremate them. Speaking of that,
I think we paid $75 or something.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But she was 42 pounds too.
We got everything all taken care of the other day. Had a guy come out to the house from Neptune Society. We had already been to a funeral place and talked to them. And if you paid all at once, that was fine. But if you had to pay it out, they charged this interest, which made it really high. And we were going to go ahead and do that. And then we sort of waited around to check out some more stuff. And then my husband had contacted the Neptune Society. and they'll do it with zero interest and pay it out in 6 months. They were a few $100s more, but it was worth it being able to pay it out for 2 people. And no matter where we move, the other place at the funeral home would have had to transfer it to whatever local funeral home.
Well, now, Joy, we had the option of having our vet send her to a cremation service, but they were going to cost us, I don't know, a lot more. And we just my husband just happened to find this guy online, and he's a pastor, so he just does it for people as a service, and I don't think that he makes a whole lot of money off of it. It's just nice of him to do it for people.
More and more people are going that way now. Excuse me.
My brown piece wasn't big enough, so I'm going to have to go cut and make a backing for that quilt. That's what I did. It just lacks about so much.
Why don't you just sew in it? Oh. Yeah.
It was 108 and it was 3 yards of it, but it's not covering the 92 but 108.
Yeah, you can't expect if you're going to use 108 backing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've got to count. That's good, Pam. I've got to count to see how many are on here.
And Terry brought me in a box a few minutes ago, Jackie, so I'm fixing to go use this. You see him come through a little while ago? He went to banging on my door, and I thought it was thundering, but it wasn't.
Missed him.
I had the door locked, and he come with this door instead of the other door. So I've got a box to open.
Well, you got a box to open, and I got stuff to open.
You got fabric in it?
Yes, I'm sure. Yeah.
I will go get it. I want to see it.
You could go. You could open it and show us here.
I will. It's back there sitting on the table because I said he come through with it. And let's go because I need to go back there anyway to do that to find that backing and probably the binding for that other one.
You can't leave fabric in a box like that.
See, he brought it in and set it right there. So let's just see what he brought.
Have a pre-open. You can tape the box shut and do a video on it.
Joy T, this is my cake bag right here. In a little can.
Little canister.
My mom's on
and it's
got
the rainbow bridge.
Oh, that's pretty.
I'll show you a picture. She was my sweet girl.
Mm.
I see layer cakes.
14.
Oh, that's a big box.
That was all.
Is that the denim?
Isn't that pretty? No, the yardage for the denim hadn't come yet. That layer cake's little buckaroos. Can you see those?
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, yeah.
So it goes with that yardage that I already got that has the cowboy hats and the horseshoes. Those are cute.
That'll make a sweet little kid's quilt.
It was. You have a little closer. Can you see it's got little cowboys and cowgirls both on it? Isn't that cute?
Oh, yeah. I might have to get one of those. I have a couple little cousins in kindergarten.
Can you see those? Those are the ones that's in the layer cake.
Oh, yeah.
And I have some of the yardages, not all of them, but some of them. Let's see what this is. I guess I just got this because I thought it was pretty. Yeah, they are pretty, but I guess we just have to mix and match with that one.
Oh, I like that.
And that's all that's in there.
Well, if this fabric I got from Soya the last week, whatever it was, retro, I wouldn't have bought it. Because as it was, I was fighting the temptation to buy something that you got in the last time, some blue fabric that you had gotten in.
That, yeah, now all of it's, let's see, I've already sold some of them. The yardage is not here yet. It'll be coming in a few days, and I got several bolts of it.
Last week or so, you had some.
Denim and daisies. And
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Yeah. I got 8 layer cakes, and
I got to get busy making some stuff.
left, but is that blue and gray? No, this is blue. This one's blue and white. This one's like blue and turquoise. And what would you call this one?
Is that cream?
Yeah, kind of. A little more white than cream.
That's really pretty. It has a paisley leaf look to it.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for blue and white or blue and yellow, white or whatever.
I love blue and yellow.
Yeah, I've got one I started a year or so ago that I need to finish.
I don't know what I got in here these go with, but they're pretty anyway.
I'm not used to sewing with layer cakes and jelly rolls and stuff, so I have a hard time knowing how far they're going to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, can you not get a pattern that's using a layer cake or something, or a jelly roll?
Yeah, I printed out that flower star pattern that you posted the other day, and it tells you on there how much to, like, how many jelly rolls and yardage and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that star flower. I'm not going to start it yet, but I'd like to do it. Let's try it.
I was thinking about doing it with that denim and was it denim and daisies that you just had? Yeah, I was thinking about doing that.
Because that was the jelly. You know, you need a jelly roll. Yeah.
Jelly roll. So. I'm just waiting for you to get the yardage in for it because it calls for some yardage.
Mm-hmm. And I ordered the yardage was really pretty, so I ordered several bolts of it because I think it'll be used in lots of stuff. So.
Have her set one aside for you.
Yeah. Hi, Janet.
Hello, Janet.
Rita J. Mary's got a question about buying. She wants to know if you buy it by the bundle.
What by the bundle?
I'm not sure. She says, do you pick each of what you want, or do you buy like a bundle and you get what's in the bundle?
I pick what I want, but I'll have to see like on these layer cakes. I have to get 4. I have to at least get 4. That's the minimum.
Oh,
Is
okay.
that what you mean, J. Mary? And I don't think I have. I don't think they had 4 of these. I think I just got what was left on these. So there's only 3 of those, I think.
Another one going in a row.
Now, my husband grew up in Kingsport, Tennessee. That's over there on the eastern corner.
Yeah, I know that some of the lines, the designer could have, say, 10 or so different things or more yardage.
Or the J. Mary, I have to buy 4 of the same, and I can buy more than that. But I'm small, so I'm not going to buy just bunches and bunches in case they don't sell.
The jelly rolls is what, come in a pack of 4 too?
Yeah.
And just pick however much yardage you want to go with it.
Yeah, I just pick the yardage that I like to go with it. But I have to order like 6 months in advance, or I won't get them. So
Yeah. Well, that's what they do. They know what they're going to make before they make it.
yeah. So the last catalog to come out was for next year.
Yeah,
Rita, how big is that building that you're in? Sorry.
It's probably 24 wide and 32 long. It's not very big. You want me to show you around? You'll see all the mess.
Well, I was just curious. At one time I was thinking about getting like a shed and converting it in my backyard. Mm-hmm. But now that my younger son moved out, I think I'm just going to take over his bedroom.
That way they can't come back.
This room is probably you can see it's not that big. Okay,
enough for a long arm.
Yeah. And we measured. I measured my long arm yesterday because they kept asking how long it was, and it was 12 foot.
Yeah, so my long arm got at least a 10 or 12 for Duquesne.
So it's 12 foot. So this room is what? 12 by 16 maybe?
Dang it, I forgot how many I counted.
So and then look at this mess. Here's the little kitchen because this was a little house. Oh.
Yeah.
And then I've got the 2 little bedrooms back here. There's that one we were just in. And this one. And Terry's fixing to build me some more shelves to put in this one. Because I'm about to outgrow those shelves.
So you just had it moved onto your property?
No, my mother-in-law lived here over 20 years ago. It was her little house. And so it's been a little rent house. And I had a grandson up here a couple of weeks ago, and he was going to help me do some stuff. So this is what he did. He thought you just had to have that, so he printed it out on the printer, and that was his handiwork. So anyway, kept him busy.
Well, I sure have enjoyed raising my boys.
Mm-hmm. I've raised my grandsons now. I had 3 kids, and then I have 7 grandkids, and 2 of them live with me.
And Lisa, I homeschooled my kids when they were smaller. I did. I was a homeschool mother, but they're both married with kids of their own now. But
yeah,
her. She went to college on scholarships and all, but the boy didn't want to. The son didn't want to. He was done with school when he was done. And I would do
Hey,
it again.
Denise.
If I had to, I'd do it again. I don't regret my decision
Yeah,
to do that. No.
I don't regret it either. I mean, we made a lot of sacrifices in order to do it, but they're
We
so
did
much better
too.
off now.
Hmm. And I wish my grandkids were homeschooled, but they're not. The little girls may be, but not the little boys.
I think it depends on the area they live in too.
Hmm.
But
Some of
what's
these
funny
schools
is,
have gone completely bonkers.
yeah. But my son, the one that just married, he met his wife at church, and it's kind of funny because let's see, her parents homeschooled her and her three siblings. But when she decided to go to middle school, she went to the public school.
Hmm.
And it was the same public school and high school that we were districted for. So if my son had been going to high school with her, I don't know if they would have gotten together or not. But so
Hmm.
they ended up meeting at church, and everything happened from there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've got one of the grandsons that lives with me. He's going to be 23 this month, actually in 8 days,
Huh.
and he helps me with my husband. And
Oh, I know he must be a lot of help to you. You probably couldn't do it without him. So.
now, and then the other one's 17. He's a senior this year, and he does wrestling and marching band and stuff. But I want the soon to be 23-year-old to find somebody, but he's still hung up on his ex-girlfriend, and he's still friends with her.
Hmm.
And she's got a baby now and engaged.
Oh, to somebody else. Then he needs to try to move on. Then.
Yeah, but they're still friends, and he's still crazy about her.
Yeah.
So I really wish he'd meet somebody else.
Hmm.
Available to. Oh, I forgot already. 24. I'm going to say 24 pieces.
Bye, Jane.
Well, this is freeing up space in my cabinet. I just can find a container and throw these in there now.
Bye, Jane. We'll try to come back tonight if Randy's going to sew for us.
I want to know what Randy's going to sew. Is he
Well,
quilting? Does
I
he
tell you
quilt?
what,
I don't think it's quilt. I think he had some shirts he was going to patch or something, sew 'em buttons or patch. So
Oh,
probably not quilts, but he was. Because Randy just cuts up all the time, but he was going to get out his.
I'm going to peek.
oh.
Oh, it's so pretty. I got to show you. It's just too pretty. I love these colors. Start with if you've ever gone to Soya, they have the Vegas strips, the 6-inch strips.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got the idea for my.
Those are
10-inch strips.
pretty.
Pretty, they are pretty.
Yes.
What collection is that? Let me see.
It's Big Tree.
Big Tree. Okay.
Yes. It's all retro. I
Hmm.
bought that to start with, and then they pulled up these bolts that they didn't have enough to make any more Vegas strips and fat quarters or whatever else. And the bolts only had like 2 yards on them, so you had to be quick with your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I got this.
That's a pretty red.
Well, something's going to be bright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. I'm really tempted to make me a You know what a broomstick skirt is?
No. That's beautiful. I love
Yeah.
the pink and green.
What do you what to make your own broomstick? Do you just wrinkle it all up somehow?
You take your skirt, and you could do it all one fabric, but you can make rolls. Like here's one color, next color coming down, 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 and then do elastic waistband. And what you do, you wash it, and then you stick it on a broomstick and twist it, and put rubber bands and let it dry. So when you take it off, it's got all these wrinkles in it.
Wrinkles.
Oh,
That's called a
okay.
broomstick skirt. Now I had started one years ago, and when I was digging through some stuff, I actually thought this fabric was in the storage unit, but it wasn't. I found a box. Hold on just a second. Let me get it.
Jay, Mary, you're funny.
Little piggy. sounds like something I do, but I wouldn't eat the jalapeno Cheetos. It'd be too hot for me, I think. I don't think I've ever tried.
I'll show you what my weakness is. This is my weakness.
Okay. Gosh, people.
I love.
Yeah.
I had got this fabric years and years ago, I believe, at Walmart.
So also J. Mary put them chips on her sandwich. Is that what you did? Potato chip Sammy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Butter and onions. Huh.
I put potato chips on sandwiches, like ham sandwiches, or
I've done that.
Uh,
So this is what I cut out to make a skirt with. It's a fox hunt, and it has paisley that matches it.
mm-hmm. That's
And
pretty.
it's got like gloves and the little crop and stuff.
it's going to be a pretty skirt.
It is.
But
I think it's been 20-something years. Yeah.
But I was sort of like, do I still want to make a skirt out of it, or do I want to make a blanket out of it now?
Yeah.
Make the skirt. You got a lot of quilt stuff going.
Yeah.
Now that does sound pretty good. Dill pickle flavor potato chips on a sandwich. I never thought about that, but that'd be good.
See, this is where I started gathering it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I tell you a secret.
It looks, hey, Pam, it looks like a mini skirt right now.
Yeah, think it'll fit my waist? Anyway, to do gathering.
It might not cover your backside. So.
Yeah.
Make a cute top, though.
This side. Okay. I took like jute string, real thin jute string, and zigzag over it. Right? Get over here.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's a good idea.
And gather it. Because, you get part way and then your strings break or something.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, just a real small jute string and zigzag over it. And it makes pulling so much easier. This is probably the body roll is what this probably is.
I'm still laughing over the mini skirt and the top, though.
Rough off. There we go. I don't know how I missed this. Lord only knows. Huh. How in the world I did that, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I did. I just used jute string. But I was surprised when I found it in some boxes out in the barn that it wasn't in storage. I mean, my stuff's only been in storage about 13 years, 14 years now.
There's got to be some really pretty fabrics out there for those skirts.
Yeah, and like I said, I got this at Walmart. I'm almost positive I did. And it's really nice fabric. And I know this.
I'll be right back.
Denise says that's a good church skirt. LOL. She might ought to add a few inches to it.
Yeah.
We're not going to allow her to wear it to church like that. So.
The roof would fall in whether I had one on or not.
Maybe online church. That's it, Denise. You can wear it to online church and nobody see it. How
My
short it
great
was.
grandmother used to watch church online on TV.
Mhm.
When she couldn't go.
Yeah. Hello, Joanna.
I've got to go.
Gotta go.
I'm feeding neighbor's cat and watering all their plants while they're on vacation.
Well, I think I'm going to sign off here as soon as Lisa gets back too. We've been on here over 2 hours.
I'm going to go take a nap.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Lisa,
Bye.
we've been here about 2 hours, so I think I'll sign off for a little while. Maybe come back. Maybe try to come back. If I don't fall asleep in the recliner, come back tonight. So y'all know how
Okay.
easy
See,
that is to get still at night and then not want to get up and do anything else. Y'all ever do that?
I know.
I may try to come
Okay.
back on tomorrow to show the fabric and talk for a while online.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Sat here and
All
visited
right.
for so long with you.
Okay. All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.